Good day, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. This is beginner guitarist video number 7. I had this planned a little bit differently originally, but that's okay. We're going to cover, instead of picking technique, we're going to cover some fingerstyle stuff for you guys that, hey, maybe that's how you want to learn. Now, in the last video, we discussed the scale and the 4 notes per string, the 2 notes per string. So 4 per string, you could finger pick that too. So what are we doing there? What we're doing, or what I'm doing, I guess, hopefully you'll get to where you're doing it too. You can do it a couple of ways. You can do what's called a free stroke, which is, let's see if I can kind of, free stroke, you're floating. You're just floating over the string. You can lead with pointer or lead with your middle, but it's basically 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a free, you float. Now a rest stroke, you can't really do it on the low E, but a rest stroke, you pull into the next string and rest there. Same idea though, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and, or 1 and 2 and 3, whichever finger you want to lead with. It's all about what you're comfortable with. You can even work on like a 16th thing where you go 1 E and 2 E and see if you can. Anyhow, so there's, you know, if we're talking fingerstyle, get that hand moving, use it in ways, you know, see if you can find some ways you enjoy using it that maybe I didn't think of or nobody else did. You know, you can get that flamenco rasgueado stuff in there too. But for now, we're going to essentially kind of cover exactly what we did in the last video to a degree, but with your fingers. So we just did it. Now, I recommend using rest strokes because you get less like bleed through or banging on other strings. And you just heard I popped one in behind there, and that happens. You just got to keep practicing until you're better about it. You know, clearly I need to do some practicing myself. But now I'm going to play it with free strokes. You don't get quite as much power with free strokes. Okay, what you can do also is kind of get your hand, close it a little bit so that your palm is kind of always behind, helping mute these guys. Now the 2 per string, same deal, 1 and 2 and, you know. Now, since we're on fingerstyle, we're talking about that. We're not just going to cover, you know, how to play scales with your fingers. Let's talk about your chords. Okay. So what do we have going on there? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is how you would count it. And it's 1 thumb, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're just, you know, grabbing the group of strings, root in the thumb. Grab the root with the thumb is generally kind of what we're going to do for now. Root, thumb, and the next 4 ups that you've got enough strings to cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grab the wrong note on that last one. That's cool. Did it again. Okay. Now, as you get out to your ring finger, you know, you can see it's all your fingers aren't the same length, right? So then you kind of got to get a little bit of wrist twist in there to grab stuff. But that's one way you can use your fingers. Or you can do like little, it's kind of like country pops, chicken picking kind of thing. bit more like a honky-tonk country style thing, you know, then you've got that to work with. So what we're doing there with these fingers, for the G chord, the D and G are the ones that I'm hitting open, and I'm kind of popping them up. You kind of get under them and pop them a little bit because you want them to slap the fretboard. For the C, you could grab those same two and just fret that one, or you could grab the next two up and just fret that guy. Either way, still make your full chord. That way, even if you grab the wrong stuff, you've still all got chords. You got chord tones, even if you grab the wrong ones. Then as you get to the D, you can grab them up or two if you want to. That D chord, you tend to lose body because it's higher. I mean, you could go up there if you want to. Now, that turnaround at the end that I did, just for fun, we're going to throw it in there. It's a country thing. You got your third of the chord. I know I'm trying not to get too deep into theory, but that B is in the chord. That's that, and that's the third of your chord. That would be the flat 3. That's the 9th or the 2nd. You can ignore all that if you want. Just know that when you're playing a major chord, you can go up that far from it. You were here. You've got 3 empties in between, or you skipped a dot to the next dot. However you want to think of that. And you can do this. And it'll work. Okay? That is one way of thinking of it. Now, with the C chord, that gets a little different, because if you come up here, you're not really fretting those guys, but now you've got, that's not part of the chord. So you kind of got to skip some stuff. You just hit the G and the E, the two that were open, or just the G. It's all up to you. I just want to give you options of things you can do to play. And that's one of them, you know. You could, nice little honky-tonk thing going on there. And you're making a beat, too, which is kind of cool. I mean, you wouldn't hear that beat in country, probably, but who's to say? You can do whatever you want. And there you go. Hammer-on. I don't know at this point if we've covered hammer-ons. I got a little off track with some stuff, trying to take better notes. If we haven't, a hammer-on means that you hit the note, hammer the next one. Hammer it. Hit it and make it ring. Okay? So that's fun stuff you can do, fingerstyle, and we'll cover one more real quick. It's a little bit of more of a bluegrassy thing. What that is you're going, it's kind of it's one-y and is how I think of it, but you can think of it as 1 and 2 and. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. 1 is your thumb, 1 and middle finger, 2 thumb and pointer finger. 1 and 2 and. And for that, all you need are the 3 bottom notes of that G chord if you want, or 4 bottom notes, because the bass, you're going to go between the first note and the second note. So if you're on those bottom 4 strings, you get that going on. And on the C chord, you would cover the A, D, G, and B string, because these 2 fingers you're going to want up on the G and the B string, and then go back and forth with your thumb between those 2 lower notes. Roll it out into some triplets. those rolls, if you're feeling confident, you want to learn them, are just thumb, pointer, middle, and you roll. Okay, so there's some little technique things for you. You can take what we've learned with this scale. You know, we're only about up to I think we're to there with the scale. So you got all that to noodle with, some chords, some real nice chords. You've even got them minors. The only thing we haven't covered is that F sharp chord that's coming up. And you got some, now you can work on your picking, you can work on some fingerstyle and find some stuff that you like. Find something you enjoy playing. Find a little whatever, you know, even if it's... whatever. If it sounds cool to you and you enjoy playing it, a big part of your practice for now needs to be stuff that you just enjoy playing, so that makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're actually getting somewhere. Because those first few months, that's the tough part. You can really feel like, wow, am I ever gonna get good at this? And maybe, who knows, maybe you're one of those people that just took off, all this made sense and you're just killing it. And I hope so. That'd be awesome. You know, some people are naturals and that's fantastic. Well, anyhow, I hope you have some fun with that stuff. We'll see you on the next video. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.